Have you ever wondered what habits might be quietly shortening your lifespan as you age? Do you find yourself thinking you've left the busiest parts of life behind, only to realize that certain everyday actions could be affecting your health and independence? If you're between the ages of 65 and 75 or care deeply for someone in that age group, this message is for you. The habits you develop during this crucial decade can either add years to your life or potentially shorten them. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes I'll reveal life-changing habits that can help you maintain your health, happiness and independence as you age. You'll learn about simple changes that can have a profound impact on your quality of life and why the decisions you make now are so critical for the future. This guide will help you avoid common pitfalls while embracing positive practices that ensure a longer, healthier and more fulfilling life. Trust me, you won't want to miss these essential tips that can help you or your loved ones live the golden years to the fullest. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend doing so and activating the notification bell so you never miss valuable updates. Your support means a lot to me. If you find this content helpful, consider liking and sharing it to spread these important lessons. If you enjoy the topic, please comment 1. If not, comment 0. To let me know how I can improve and create better content for you. Now let's begin by exploring life-changing habits for a healthier, happier old age. Are you in the age range of 65 to 75, or perhaps care deeply for someone who is? This golden period of life, where many of us embrace the fruits of our labor, holds the potential to significantly shape the years ahead. While many seniors believe they've left the chaos of the world behind, they may be unaware that some seemingly harmless everyday habits could be quietly eroding their health and shortening their precious lifespan. It's heartbreaking to think that simple, unnoticed mistakes in daily routines might lead to deteriorating health or growing dependence on others. Now imagine a different reality, one where you're not just surviving but thriving in your later years. Think about the freedom, joy, and vitality that come from living a healthy, independent life. It's not just about adding years to your life, it's about filling those years with energy, purpose, and contentment. How amazing would it feel to age gracefully, remaining strong and capable instead of feeling trapped by health issues and the constant need for assistance? I truly believe this is the life we all deserve. So what if you could discover which habits are most harmful and which practices could transform your life for the better? It's never too late to change, and the steps you take now could make all the difference. If you're curious about life-altering tips that can help you or your loved ones embrace a longer, more fulfilling life, you're in the right place. I've learned so much from elderly individuals thriving well into their 80s, 90s and beyond. From what I've witnessed, those who live past 75 tend to live with purpose. They continue working, engaging in activities they love and living with intention. During that crucial 65 to 75 age window, they understand the importance of maintaining a healthy and vibrant lifestyle, not just for their health, but for their overall happiness and sense of fulfillment. They've chosen a path that allows them to enjoy their later years with independence and joy. But as you enter this pivotal decade, it's easy to believe you've reached a phase of life where you can finally relax and take things easy. The truth, however, is far more complex. Many people unknowingly slip into habits that undermine their health, leading to challenges they could have avoided. The harsh reality is that what we do or don't do during these years can profoundly impact our future. Small habits like skipping daily exercise or neglecting a balanced diet can creep in and gradually take their toll on our bodies. There's truly nothing more valuable than the gift of good health and independence in our later years. This gift is something we give ourselves, for no one else can carry the burden of our health the way we can. As much as we love our children, they have their own lives to lead and may not always be there to offer the care and support we might need. Being self-reliant is one of the greatest assets we can have in old age. When we take care of ourselves, our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, we remain free, strong, and capable. That freedom is priceless. So how can we avoid falling into harmful habits and instead embrace those that will help us live longer, healthier lives? It's time to explore the practices that many elderly people unknowingly adopt, not realizing they are shortening their time on Earth. The years between 65 and 75 are truly the golden years, the most critical decade for longevity. During this time, we can either lay the foundation for a vibrant life or begin to slip into decline. These years hold immense power, and I'm deeply passionate about helping you unlock your full potential. In my quest for answers, I've spoken with several elderly individuals who have lived extraordinary lives well past 75. Through these conversations, I've learned 23 vital lessons about longevity, each offering profound insights into how we can live healthier and more fulfilling lives. Before we dive into these life-changing habits, I'd like to ask for your support. If you find this content valuable, please give it a like. Your encouragement allows me to continue sharing these lessons, reaching more people who could benefit from this vital information. If you haven't subscribed yet, I strongly recommend doing so, and be sure to click the bell icon to stay updated on future videos. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a comment with the number 1 to let me know. If there's something you feel could be improved, don't hesitate to comment 0. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to me. Together, we can make these conversations even better, and I promise to keep sharing content that truly makes a difference. Now let's begin this important journey of discovery. It's time to uncover the habits that will not only help you live longer, but also help you live a life filled with vitality, joy, and independence. Let's take control of our future one healthy habit at a time. One essential habit is to avoid relying on fortune-telling. There is a timeless saying that resonates deeply with the wisdom of life. 3 parts are determined by heaven, 7 parts by effort. This powerful phrase reminds us that our lives are not entirely at the mercy of fate. While certain events may be beyond our control, the vast majority of our path is shaped by the choices we make and the actions we take. For the elderly, who often face an uncertain future, it can be tempting to seek solace in fortune-telling or vague predictions. However, I truly believe that this is not the answer. Instead of spending precious time and hard-earned money on something as uncertain as divination, it is far more empowering and meaningful to focus on the things that are truly in our hands, our health and mental well-being. As we age, it is natural to worry about our health, longevity, and what the future may hold. The fear of illness and decline can weigh heavily on the hearts of many older adults, but placing our trust in the hands of a fortune teller, hoping for reassurance or answers, will only deepen that sense of uncertainty. The truth, as difficult as it may seem at times, is that longevity and good health are not given to us by chance or destiny. They are earned through the way we live our lives. A healthy lifestyle, proper nutrition, regular exercise, and nurturing a calm and peaceful mind are the pillars of well-being that we have the power to cultivate. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you're still here with me. It is through living with intention and joy that we can foster health and happiness as we grow older. The power of positive thinking cannot be overstated. When we choose to embrace life with a hopeful, optimistic attitude and surround ourselves with supportive, loving relationships, we create an atmosphere of peace and contentment that no horoscope or fortune teller could ever promise. This sense of inner peace and fulfillment is something far more real and tangible than any prediction of the future. Taking charge of our own lives is one of the most profound gifts we can give ourselves as we age. It is in our hands to shape our futures, and with the right mindset, we can experience not only a healthy old age, but one that is filled with grace, serenity, and joy. The real power lies in us, the choices we make, the habits we build, and the love we share with those around us. No fortune teller, no matter how skilled, can ever take that away from us. Another important habit is to move carefully and avoid climbing high. As we grow older, our bodies inevitably undergo changes that can affect our flexibility and strength. This reality can make even the simplest actions feel riskier. Climbing, reaching for high places, or making sudden movements can become dangerous, and it's heartbreaking to think about how one misstep or slip could result in a devastating fall. The consequences of such an accident aren't just physical, they ripple through the entire life of an elderly person. A fall can lead to severe injuries, often leaving someone unable to move freely, causing long-term immobility, excruciating pain, and a dependence on others for care. The emotional toll is just as heavy, with a sense of lost independence weighing on the spirit. But it's not just the elderly person who suffers. These incidents place an immense emotional and physical strain on families. The loved ones of older adults often find themselves thrust into caregiving roles, requiring their time, energy, and sometimes even their emotional resilience to ensure their family members' safety and comfort. It's a responsibility that can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when the physical and mental demands of caregiving take a toll on one's well-being. That's why it's so important for older adults to move carefully and with intention. While it may feel frustrating to acknowledge limitations, physically strenuous tasks and situations that could lead to accidents must be avoided. Creating a safe living environment is a loving and necessary measure. Removing tripping hazards like loose rugs and clutter, or even installing handrails where needed. Sometimes using supportive devices like walkers or canes may feel like a concession to aging, but in reality, these tools are lifelines offering both physical stability and peace of mind. Every precaution taken is a small act of self-love, a decision to preserve one's health, independence, and quality of life. It may not always be easy to admit the need for help or adjust to limitations, but doing so means embracing the opportunity to age gracefully with dignity and surrounded by love. By prioritizing safety, we protect ourselves, our families, and our futures, creating a life that can continue to be lived with joy, even amidst the challenges that aging inevitably brings. Lastly, accumulating wealth for old age is an undeniable necessity as we grow older. Financial security becomes increasingly important for maintaining a comfortable and independent lifestyle. Proper financial planning can alleviate worries and ensure that one's later years are lived with dignity, free from the stress of monetary concerns. Together we can make these conversations even better, and I promise to keep sharing content that truly makes a difference. Now let's begin this important journey of discovery. It's time to uncover the habits that will not only help you live longer, but also help you live a life filled with vitality, joy, and independence. Let's take control of our future, one healthy habit at a time. In the early stages of life, we often take the ability to earn money for granted, but with age, our earning potential diminishes, and the reality of financial dependence can set in. This is why establishing financial stability through pensions, savings, or investments is crucial. Money is not just a tool for meeting daily needs, though it certainly helps in providing necessities like food, shelter, and clothing. It becomes a lifeline for maintaining dignity, independence, and access to critical care when our health begins to decline. The harsh truth is that without sufficient financial resources, the weight of unexpected expenses, particularly those related to medical care, can be overwhelming and even devastating. I can't help but feel a deep sense of concern when I think about the emotional toll that financial instability can have on elderly individuals. The thought of growing older and realizing that we may not have the means to care for ourselves, especially in times of sickness, is both terrifying and heartbreaking. Imagine the stress, anxiety, and profound sense of neglect one might experience when unable to afford the care they need. It's not just about comfort, it's about the quality of life we deserve in our final years. Without adequate savings or a pension, some may be left in a constant state of worry, their days consumed by the fear of medical bills, rising costs, or the inability to make ends meet. It can even create a sense of worthlessness or dependence on others that no one should have to endure. What often goes unspoken is the emotional burden placed on family members when the elderly cannot afford their care. Financial independence allows older adults to avoid relying on their children or loved ones, sparing them the stress of financial burdens and perhaps even family conflicts. The last thing anyone wants is to become a source of tension, guilt, or strain within their family. Having the ability to stand on your own financially means that you can retain your independence and preserve the love and respect of those around you, rather than feeling like a burden. The reality of aging is that at some point we may all face declining health or increased medical needs, but we don't have to face these challenges in fear of how to pay for them. The key is to plan, be proactive, and set ourselves up for a future where we can live our later years with peace of mind and security. Saving, investing wisely, and learning to manage our expenses early on is not just an act of financial prudence, it is an act of self-care and respect for our future selves. With thoughtful preparation, we can ensure that when the time comes, we will not have to struggle in the face of financial insecurity, but instead embrace our golden years with a sense of peace, joy, and freedom from worry. As we age, our health becomes a treasure, something we must cherish and protect. This truth is especially poignant for older adults, where the inevitable toll of time manifests as fatigue, joint pain, and slower recovery. The once resilient body, which could effortlessly bounce back from a long day's work, begins to show signs of wear and tear. From the age of 65 to 75, the body's resilience weakens, a reality we cannot ignore. At this stage, pushing ourselves beyond our limits can be more than just exhausting. It can be downright dangerous. The desire to keep up with past levels of productivity, to work as we did in our youth, can be a subtle yet perilous trap. I've seen it many times. Older individuals convinced they are still as strong as they once were, ignoring the signals their bodies send. They push themselves too hard, hoping to prove something, whether to others or themselves. But the truth is that overworking in later years can have devastating consequences. It's not just a matter of feeling tired, it's about risking heart disease, aggravating joint problems, and even increasing the likelihood of strokes. These are not just statistics, they are life-altering realities. I can't help but feel a deep sense of concern for those who continue to work past their limits. Our bodies, much like everything in life, have their thresholds, and it's essential to recognize and respect them. There is no shame in slowing down. It's an act of profound wisdom and self-love. Understanding our limits becomes more urgent with age. Seniors should adjust their work habits. The days of heavy lifting and intense physical labor may need to be replaced with lighter, more manageable tasks. Finding a balance between work and rest is crucial for maintaining not only physical health, but also mental peace. Life in our later years should be about enjoying the fruits of our labor, not about exhausting ourselves in pursuit of a fading ideal of youthful strength. It's about finding joy in moderation and honoring our bodies for all they have done for us. In this stage of life, rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. When we rest, we allow our bodies to heal, rejuvenate, and keep us strong for the years ahead. Peaceful living, free from the constant pressure of overexertion, is what truly matters. So let us listen to our bodies, be gentle with ourselves, and embrace the beauty of a slower, more balanced pace. After all, health is not just the absence of illness, it's the presence of peace. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment Toba below to let me know that you are still here with me. The idea of staying in a familiar home surrounded by cherished memories and the loving embrace of family should be a priority whenever possible. If at all feasible, the comfort and emotional security of remaining in a place filled with history and love cannot be overstated. For many, hiring home caregivers might be a far better option, providing professional help while also ensuring that they remain in the warmth of their own homes, feeling cared for, safe, and loved. In such an environment, they can still experience the peace and dignity they deserve in their later years. There is no greater gift than allowing them to hold on to their independence, their peace of mind, and the security of knowing that they are not alone, that they are still valued, and that their life's journey is far from over. In the end, it's about more than just physical care. It's about preserving their humanity, their connection to the world, and their dignity. The idea of being sent away, isolated from everything familiar, is a fate no one should have to endure unless absolutely necessary. As we approach retirement, the relationships we once had with colleagues and work friends often begin to fade. This can be both an inevitable and emotionally complex reality to navigate. The bonds we forged during years of collaboration, shared struggles, and triumphs in the workplace are undeniably significant. Yet, as we step away from the professional world, life begins to shift in ways we might not have fully anticipated. Our paths diverge, and people who once played such an integral role in our daily lives gradually become distant figures in the rearview mirror of our existence. I've personally found that this process can stir a deep sense of nostalgia and even sadness. There's a feeling of loss, as if the years spent together, the laughter, the teamwork, and the moments of understanding were somehow fading into nothingness. However, it's important to recognize that this is a natural progression of life, one that speaks to the fluid and ever-evolving nature of human connections. Relationships, like the seasons, come and go. The people we once worked with may no longer be as present, not because they no longer care, but because life's journey is inherently fluid. People change, priorities shift, and new horizons call each individual to pursue new dreams and passions.